All right, so we're getting it going here, putting our template together. We've got our tab, calling this tab Summer 2020. This is going to be where we're going to build our 3-day template. Just an example of what it's going to look like. So we're here. Obviously, we have a title, we have a name and a phase and kind of a goal section. We have our date, and then what we'll do is we'll put an athletic development section in. You can also use kind of a square to put a warm-up together. I'll show both methods of putting your sheet together, and then from there on we're going to put together a 3-tier program. So obviously this whole thing is tier 1, tier 2 is another strength movement paired with some other exercises, and then tier 3 is a little bit more of an accessory based tier. We'll also show how to make adjustments on that. So this is just a view of the final product, what it's going to look like. Again, we talked about it in the last video. This is page break preview. This shows you what it's going to look like in terms of being on one page. This is helpful later on when we go to print and we find out if it's on one page or 20. So going back to our original template, we know that we're going to have a title. We know that line 2 is going to have our kind of name area. So we're going to start with line 3. And in there, we're just going to put date. Again, I'm going to reference back and forth on this. So we know that each date has 1, 2, 3 squares, and they're merged together. So how we'll do that is we'll take the next 3, 1, 2, 3. We'll go up to the home button. We'll find merge and center, and we'll merge and center those. What we can do from there is 2 things. We can do that again and again, by all means. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and there we go. Have it done. The other option we can do is to copy, paste, paste, which I think is a much faster route. As we go forward here, one thing we can do is start putting the outline boxes around it to make it a little bit easier to see. To do that, I'm going to highlight all of these. So I'm going to click the date. I'm going to hold the control button. I'm going to click the next 3 boxes. Now they're all highlighted. That means that they're all essentially going to do the same thing, whatever we decide to give it for an outline. To do that, I'm going to click right here at alignment. I'm going to go to the border. And for now, I'm going to use this thin black line. I'm going to give it an outline just so we have a little bit better idea of what it's going to look like there. So we have that. That is for our first day. So we have this little area sectioned off. We need to do that 2 more times. So the way we can do that, easiest way is to click, drag it over, copy, paste, and then repeat 1 more time, copy, and paste. Now it's getting a little tough to see. We're going to adjust everything and make it easier to see as we go. But for now, I'm just going to zoom out so we have it all there. That's great. Now again, looking at our 3-day template, we want to have a name, a phase, and a goal, and we can see that this is just a merge and center of those right there. So to do that, keep going the wrong way. To do that, we're just going to go across the top, merge and center. Should we leave a space? Great. So this is our name. This is the phase that we're in. And maybe this is the goal of that program. And then the top was the title, so we're going to merge and center the entire thing. And this will be 3-day sample program. So that's fine. That's great. One thing we can do again is click all of these individually by holding control and clicking each one. And we're going to put some more boxes around them. As we go through, we'll update this and we'll clean it up and make it look pretty, but for now we're just getting the bones on the program itself. So now we have that. Let's do the last part here. We'll put a date together. So let's say it's a Monday, Wednesday, Friday program. This past week was Monday, 7/6. So in here I'm going to put 7/6/2020. And then we're going to start using equations to get a little fancy here. So we know that we want to go, if this is week 1, this is week 2, this is week 3. So what we can say is equal sign, which is basically start an equation. whatever is in B3, and you can see it highlights B3. It says, B3, that's what you want. Okay. Plus 7, because we're going to go ahead 7 days. And it's going to give us our final result, which is great. That's what we want. We can even copy and paste, and if we've done it correctly, it's now not going to say B3, it's going to say E3, which is good because E3 is this one right here. So just by putting that in, plus 7, we have that week right there. So now we can repeat that for the next 2 days. So Wednesday would be 2 days later. So this would actually equals this day plus 2. And then we can do equals this day plus 7. We can do that. We can actually copy and paste, which is great. Now, if we did this correctly, we should be able to copy and paste that, and it'll work as well because it's basically going to carry over. It's going to say now this day plus 2, this day plus 7, this day plus 7. So just by setting up a couple easy equations, it saves us a lot of typing down the road. When this sheet's over, so the last day on this program is 7/24. The next Monday would be 7/27. So what I'll need to do is put 7/27/2020. And if we've done this all correctly, yes we have, everything gets updated automatically. So again, working smarter, not harder. Simple change the date like that. And we've also begun to introduce equations. So that's going to wrap up part 2 here. We'll put another video together and go for part 3.